The term urban heat island is used to describe the fact that urban areas tend to be a lot warmer than the surrounding countryside. This creates a bubble of warmth over cities, even when they are experiencing the exact same weather conditions as adjacent rural areas. This happens in all major cities, including Los Angeles, Denver, Chicago, and New York. Let's look into what causes urban heat islands around the world and the major temperature differences they create between cities and rural areas. Before moving on, there are a few vocabulary words that we should be introducing. The term insolation refers to incoming solar radiation, or radiation from the sun that reaches the Earth's surface. The term albedo refers to an object's ability to reflect sunlight. An object with a high albedo reflects a lot of the sunlight that hits its surface, while an object with low albedo absorbs much of the sunlight that hits its surface. Impacts of the urban heat island effect are seen both during the day and night, and during the cool and warm season. But what makes this phenomenon take place in the first place? There are three key factors that help cause the urban heat island effect. The first of these is the fact that buildings in cities have relatively low albedo. During the heating hours of the day, these buildings absorb much of the insolation that reaches their surfaces. The absorbed heat, which is stored in large quantities in these buildings, is radiated back to the atmosphere, raising surface temperatures. This is especially evident at night, when the building temperatures are significantly warmer than air temperatures. The buildings radiate heat back into the atmosphere and prevent urban areas from cooling down as much as the surrounding countryside. The second key reason urban heat islands occur is because there is less vegetation in cities, and thus less evaporation occurs here. Evaporation plays a major role in helping to regulate surface temperatures in any given area. In urban areas, a large amount of land is used for buildings and pavement, but only a small amount is given to trees and soil, as in rural areas. The lack of plants and soil in urban areas is important because these surfaces evaporate and transpire water back into the atmosphere, a process which actually cools surface temperatures. With the lack of much vegetation in cities, this cooling does not take place and causes cities to be significantly warmer than surrounding areas. The third main cause of the urban heat island effect is the excess heat that is generated within cities. Many objects that move and use electricity, such as power plants and factories, automobiles, and even air conditioners that are supposed to help cool us, generate heat as a byproduct. This heat is released into the atmosphere and increases air temperatures. With such a high number of these heat-generating objects in cities, it is easy to see how the temperatures within city limits can be noticeably higher than in non-urban areas.